Good afternoon. Life has a lot of things that happen to us every single day. And that means that emotions are going to run the entire spectrum throughout the day. There's always going to be times where you are going to be happy about something. There may be times during the day that you're sad about something, or angry, or anxious, or frustrated, or excited, or joyful. You know the list of emotions. You have them a little bit every single day, probably. Some days more than others. You might be focused on one or the other. But the reality is there are different situations that bring us to these different feelings every single day. And that brings out different actions in us as well. If we're happy, we're going to be smiling, we're going to be bouncing around the office, we're going to be really excited about what's going on around us. If we're angry, then people are going to know that we're angry as we show that, if we want to or not. Frustration is going to be demonstrated. Joy is going to be easily seen. These are going to be things that we're feeling inside and we're showing on the outside. As a Christian, the way in which you live your life is going to be very similar. You're going to experience all those same emotions, all those same things are going to be there. But what are the basic ones? What are the things that we want to be doing all the time? What are the things that kind of rise in importance? Well, St. Paul suggests this to the Thessalonians in his first letter to them, chapter 5, verses 16, 17, and 18. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. That's not an exhaustive list by any means, but if you want to know what God considers important, things that you should be doing, that you could be doing every single day, it comes down to rejoicing. And your reason for rejoicing? Because God forgives you in Christ Jesus. And pray. And your reason for praying is because Jesus Christ has given you this opportunity to call God your Father and give thanks. And why can you give thanks? Because of what God has done for you in Christ. Everything in your life centered in Jesus is going to bring about these three emotions and these three actions. Rejoice, pray, give thanks. Until we see each other again, the Lord's blessings on your day.